Breaking news, EBK Jaaybo has been arrested once again, this time in Arkansas. This is coming on the heels of the massive announcement that he would be joining NBA Young Boy on his first tour home from prison. A gigantic look for an artist of Jaaybo's size, but it seems like Jaaybo just can't stay out of trouble, possibly suffering from a condition that I myself call 4-extra-itis, where you get locked up and then you get locked up again almost immediately after release for almost the exact same stuff that you got arrested for before. Let's take a look at the paperwork that we have access to. According to this, Jaaybo's charges include possession of a controlled substance. We aren't sure exactly what substance, but we do see Jaaybo smoking weed and drinking lean on social media, and he raps about popping perks all the time, so we can probably assume that they picked him up for one or more of those drugs. In addition to the drug charges, they also got him for criminal use of a prohibited weapon, theft by receiving, and then there's another possession of a controlled substance charge with a slightly different statute number listed, which I guess means that he got picked up for multiple different drugs. We don't know anything at this time about the circumstances that led to him being searched, raided, or however this went down, but we will be keeping a close eye on this story for more details. Make sure you smash that like button. It's worth noting that Jaaybo doesn't look in any way bothered by these charges in his newest mugshot, showing off his grill for the camera. Honestly, you gotta love Jaaybo. He's on a generational run right now, dropping nonstop heaters ever since he got released from jail a few months back. Songs like Homebody and Everybody are some of my favorite tracks of the year, and I've said this before, but in my whole time covering drill music, I've never seen any of the Chicago guys show any interest in California's rappers up until Jaaybo's most recent run. This guy is really the one Northern California rapper who I think can establish a huge countrywide fan base, but instead he just keeps driving around, getting loaded with weapons on him, and going in and out of jail. I'm sure he's trying to stay out of trouble, but he's not trying very hard, as this most recent arrest shows. Okay, enough glazing. The first question that comes to mind, why was Jaaybo in Arkansas? The Young Boy tour isn't slated to start until September, which is almost 4 months away, and Arkansas is very, very far away from Stockton, California. I can't really think of any rappers who Jaaybo might have been tapping in with in Arkansas either, so if you have any idea why he was out there, feel free to leave it in the comments. These charges are almost identical to the stuff that Jaaybo got arrested for back on March 16th when he was picked up for drugs, ammunition, driving without a license, and violating his probation. He was able to get released just a few days later, releasing this video with his bail bondsman, who looks like he's about to narrate a mob documentary on Netflix.
When I tell you I get your favorite rappers out, we really do this shit.
Shout out California's Capitals Bills Burns, nigga. He getting your favorite rappers out. You feel me? We finna go crazy. They're homies that can't keep a real nigga down. Shout out, bro.
That March arrest took place right after filming a video on his block where he grew up with both Vaughn off 1700 and Stunnirl, who he was presumably giving to at the time. Notably, that video with Vaughn has not dropped yet, which is a shame because this has got to be one of the first times that a top-tier Chicago drill rapper went to Northern California to film a music video with an up-and-coming artist, and I was really looking forward to seeing how their respective fan bases reacted. Speaking of Jaaybo and Stunnirl, I'm not sure if anybody caught it, but famed Stockton op blogger Jaleese just recently told us on the news that Jaaybo and Stunnirl were no longer dealing with each other and had unfollowed each other, which in fact checks out. What a guy.
This whole live stream, I'll be the first to say EBK Jaaybo and Stunnirl no longer follow each other on Instagram. You guys should go do your homework. That their publicity stunt is officially over.
Wait, so you don't think he was really piping, or you think that they were really piping and feel? Oh, okay. But you think that they were actually really like in a relationship, like really feeling each other for a little bit and it didn't work out?
No, she was feeling him. He wasn't feeling her. When he asked for the fundamentals and she didn't deliver, he cut her off like a bad habit on a Sunday.
Oh, shit.
Fundamentals.
We got the YouTube title for this clip. Yeah. Oh, Lord.
So, you know,
well,
just tea for you guys.
Well, if they don't follow each other, it's a pretty open and shut case, I think. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty crazy when you consider that Stunnirl has been cool with Mozzie for many years and has deep roots with both Mozzie himself and various Mozzie affiliates like the BOE guys who I just interviewed recently. Jaaybo has established himself as Mozzie's top op, I guess you could say. So this was a pretty shocking move from Stunnirl, and it's even more shocking that Jaaybo and Stunnirl were apparently only cool for a month or two before going their separate ways. I assume assume Jaaybo will be free by the time the Youngboy tour starts, but it is worth mentioning that this tour is supposed to go through Chicago, where Youngboy is one of the most controversial figures in the city as a result of his beef with Lil Durk, who is incarcerated but is still the biggest rapper out of the rack right now. Jaaybo going on tour with YB definitely feels like Jaaybo choosing sides in the OTF versus 4K Trey war that has been in full bloom for quite a few years now, ever since King Von lost his life at the hands of Lil Tim and Lil Pab lost his life at a gas station in Hollywood, a murder that the feds claim Durk financed. Fans have noted that Jaaybo doesn't follow Durk on the gram. I don't know if he ever did, but also at least one O Block member, Tay Munna, spoke about YB on the gram saying, "Motherfucker's gonna shoot that bitch up. Ain't no show in Chicago for dude," which is probably not meant to be taken completely serious because he followed it with a laughing emoji, but it does highlight the fact that Youngboy's first tour back after his lengthy legal battle is unlikely to be drama-free. And if Jaaybo does go on the road with him, there could definitely be some fireworks along the way, especially given how Jaaybo has been moving recently. Okay, update from Future Adam. So right after I filmed that video, I went on the news for a little bit and Jaleese came in, and as you know, she's like a Northern California expert, and she hit me with some additional information about the whole Jaaybo thing. Why was he in Arkansas? Do you know?
Yes, because okay, so you guys, he cut off his ankle monitors.
He cut off ankle.
He cut off both of his ankle monitors and he fled to Arkansas. Oh yeah, I was waiting.
Oh wow.
Just to drop on No Jumper.
But why would he
I feel like this
flee-
was a No Jumper exclusive.
Why would he flee to Arkansas?
Well, because it's harder to extradite from the Midwest and the East Coast. So that's why he left.
So he was thinking ahead, but why would he?
But mind you, before the NBA Youngboy concert tour was announced, the ankle monitors were already cut off.
Really?
Yes.
That's weird because I seen
But
him.
the text said
I
the
seen him
PO
the other
approved
day.
it, right?
He
The
was
and
in a,
that's why they never followed up with the show, because it was his manager orchestrating everything behind the scenes, when in reality, he knew that Jaaybo had already cut off both of his ankle monitors.
When did he
What?
do that? Because I saw a video of him less than a week ago.
It's been
where
it's been like 2 weeks.
If you want, you can go watch the rest of this clip on the Clips channel. But then, in addition to that, we do have this update. EBK Jaaybo says he was out in Arkansas trying to get to the XXL freshman shoot. So he commented that he's locked up. So presumably it was somebody on his team. But there's your update. You let me know what you think. Are you tuned in to Jaaybo's music? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know, and make sure you smash the like button and let us know what you think of these breaking news style videos. Appreciate y'all.